Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about, I guess I should move that out of the way. Today we're going to talk about adding aluminum exhaust tips to your model cars. It's almost a signature thing for me. If you look at my cars, and there's a few things that you'll always notice, I always put aluminum exhaust tips on my model cars. So we're going to start with, we're going to take electronic digital calipers. If you don't have one of these, I went for years without these. I just got these a couple years ago, but Harbor Freight, they're cheap. Get a set of those so you can measure. They're good for measuring with, if you want to drill a hole, you measure the pin, and then you can pick out your drill bits. If you have them disorganized like I do, they're still in a little container. I can find one that's, within that range that I want to use. So that's pretty easy to do. So we're going to start with 3 sizes of aluminum tubing. So I have 3 different sizes just for sake of showing you what I'm doing. So the big one is 0.152 inches. I'm sorry, 0.166 inches, 0.152 inches, and 0.122 inches. So I have 3 different sizes here. I guess you should put them in order. So here, let's make them look like they're all the same. So we got 3 different sizes that I'm just going to show you today. And I've already cut a bunch of little ones down so I can show you the samples. And then you'll need you'll cut those off. I usually just use a razor blade and roll it back and forth. And then I'll take a flat file, and I have a round file, and I will take the burrs off the edges and stuff. And then I'll use a little sanding stick to sand the ends. And then I'll take a polishing cloth. This is like a 3600, and you can polish those up. They polish actually pretty nice. But if you want, you can polish these with aluminum polish or whatever and make them almost look like chrome. So that's entirely up to you. I usually don't. I just kind of do the 3600 and maybe make them a little bit shiny, but not real shiny. Okay, so so now I want you to close your eyes because I'm gonna move the camera down to the workbench. So close your eyes so you won't get all that bouncing and stuff, and just give me just a couple seconds here. Let's see if I can do this without killing everybody. Okay. So we're going to I'm going to show you a couple samples that I've done. So here you can see, and these sometimes will go unnoticed. So you can see how I bent these to look like, for the Chevelles, it would be 68 to 72. These all have the same exhaust tips on them. Technically the 68s, when they first came out with them, and I think until maybe the early 69s, they had a little rolled edge on the inside of them. But for sake of model cars and doing them, we're going to do them looking like that. So you can clearly see they're bent as ovals. And then I also did on my my RT, I also did some little smaller ovals, and these are more like oval-y. Then I guess that's not even a word, but you can see how that looks on those. And then also I did on the GTOs, I do little splitters, the dual splitters. Okay, so those are the 3 that we're going to look at today. So like I said, I already got them cut down and cleaned up, and you can paint black inside of them. They look like they got carbon in them from being run. Now this is what I use. It has a smooth surface on the inside. It doesn't have any serrated points of grabbing, so it's kind of flat. And this is so simple, it's not even funny. So you're just going to take that and you're just going to press them down. Easy, nice and easy. Try to be centered on it. You can see I've clearly bent it. You can turn it around to get them a little bit more even. And then you can bend them any direction you want, any oval, so you don't have to have them round. And they look pretty close to and technically for a Chevelle, they should be a little angled cut, not a lot, just a little bit. Or you can have them straight, it doesn't really matter. And then if you have the piece if you do it like this, like the real ones, so you're bent on the front and then you're round on the back. If you cut your exhaust pipe off, you can just slip it on. I usually 2-part epoxy these in, and you can set them wherever you want. I tend to like mine back a little bit on the bumper. I don't have them, if you notice, I don't have them sticking out a lot. I kind of keep them tucked. So you can see how that would be. Actually, that one I did a double exhaust on that. I didn't even notice that. I just added a tube to make it fit onto there. And normally I wouldn't do that. I don't think I did that on the Dodge. I should have looked at that before I showed you, shouldn't I? There you go. So there I have them on there. But if you have a big enough tube, it should go right over your current exhaust if you're using a kit exhaust. Or even if you're building your exhaust, you can add them like that. Just a pretty simple thing to do. I mean, it takes a couple minutes, and it really, I think they look good on your models. I like that. Like I said, on the GTO, I just take a baloney cut them or angle cut them and just glue them together, epoxy them together. Now these, I think I cheated. I think, yeah, I kind of hokeyed them underneath, but we're not turning these over, so it'll be fine. I have a little, I should have got that out. Hold on, just 1 second. I have a little cutter. Let's see if I can find my, I wasn't prepared. Yeah, you can cut these for the GTO. It's got the angle cuts. You can pick a cut. You can have a regular, like 45, or you can do, it's got an extreme here. That's got, I don't know what angle that is, but you can get it, you know, pretty angled if you want something more aggressive. But I think I'm not sure which one I used on those, but you know, just another way of cutting those at an angle and cleaning them up. I'm trying to think if I did it. I mean, I use these things all the time. Sometimes I do flat ones, but I use these little aluminum exhaust tips all the time. Get them at the hobby store, they're just aluminum, but I always add, you know, when you look at a real car, most cars, not some of the newer stuff, but like back in the day, you know, they had, you went to the store and you bought a chrome exhaust tip, and they were always larger than your actual exhaust. So you're kind of doing the same thing. So I think it makes a really nice exhaust tip. It's a nice little addition. A lot of people don't even notice them. Like, you know, in photographs they look really good. People won't even notice it, but it says little things. All right, hold on. Close your eyes. I'm going back up. And now we're crooked. So we're going to be crooked, and we're going to be, there we go. Okay. So a lot of times you don't notice it. Like, it's just a little minute detail that some people won't notice. But again, when the photograph's taken, it's going to notice it. And it just makes that car look, it's just that little finite thing that makes that car look really, really good. And that's it for this small tidbit for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you think. Are these good ideas? Do you like this? Is it like just not interested? Just tell me what you think and see, give it a try. This is very, very simple. This is a very basic little thing to do. So give it a try and let me know your results. All right, see you next time.